Welcome to the DSQ podcast with Blake Lawson and Dakota Reynolds.
I don't have a good intro for this. Let's just get into it.
Let's get into it.
It's the Spanish Grand Prix. Hello, welcome to DSQ.
Welcome.
Yep. It is the Spanish Grand Prix, also known as the McLaren downfall. Spoiler alert, didn't fucking happen. Yeah, that's about it. No, this will be probably a shorter episode because, I mean, it was a race. It was a better race. It was probably the best race of the triple header. But
yeah, I was like, out of the three, this one probably was the best one. There was a lot of just what the fuck going on towards the end, but, you know, it was probably the best out of the three bunch.
Yep. Yep. Of course, the big thing in technical directive. So everybody had upgrades because they had to have new stuff.
Yeah, but we ain't counting that in the old upgrades. So, yeah, there really wasn't anything. It was just mostly aero, but the aero was mainly just
Wings.
Yeah,
Wing
wings
directive.
conforming to the directive.
That and allegedly using steel skid block stuff instead of titanium because it cools down faster. Trying to not set things on fire, like Suzuka or China or so. Yeah, that was it.
That was the whole thing. That's all the car upgrades.
Yep.
Done.
The technical directive we knew about forever. Of course, didn't do a whole lot. We can get into that. Haas brought it, or not Haas. Wow, wrong backmarker team. Except not this week. Kick, because it was Kick this week apparently. They had a livery slightly different. Did you notice? Probably not.
No, I didn't.
It was Creeper All Man. It was just a little bit of pixels, but it still looked like the same car because
You sure did.
It's basically the same. Anyway, yeah. See, guys, nothing a whole lot happening here.
How about the track? Yeah, there wasn't really a whole bunch that happened with the track either. Bunch of lines being fixed, moved around, painted, etc. They did replace the guardrail on the right-hand side of the start-finish straight, right approaching turn one. They replaced the guardrail with a concrete wall with debris fencing. Luckily, you shouldn't need that. They almost needed it this race.
Yeah. Also, all these why not doing a whole lot of upgrades because this is at least expected to be the last race here because we're moving to Madrid. Mad ring. Street race. Morty. 100 years of just
100 years street race, Morty.
Yep. POV, Liberty Media.
So awful.
Yeah. Anyway, so our potential farewell to Catalunya, but as I said, it's the mid race, but it wasn't that mid this time. Practices though, however, well, yeah. I'll be honest. Watch highlights. Was a little distracted because I was dealing with shit after work on Friday. And did you watch?
Listen. I had friends this weekend. You know what? I had friends other than
friends
you
this weekend.
and actually, you were there.
I was there a couple
was there
times.
very briefly, but enjoyed the time. I had some friends fucking fly in and had some fun this weekend. All of that wrapped up today, so excuse me if I'm a little low energy. It's a little bittersweet. So, but yeah, I didn't really watch much of the practices or the qualifying bullshittery or anything like that. So.
I was like, we did have two FP1 drivers. Esteban setting out for welcome back for his third test session this season already. Ryo Hirakawa. And then filling in for Alex, his first FP1 appearance, Victor Martins, the Frenchman, taking over for Alex. That being said, for the free practice one, Rio, again, I believe it's Ryo, but I'm sure there's an accent that I can't do on there somewhere. He had a little trip to the gravel, literally it. So, hey, they kept it out of the wall, which is good.
There you go.
That's all you can
That's all you gotta
for.
do.
Oh, man, this is the testing track forever. Everybody has as much data as possible, except when they want to do a five-stop strategy. We got to have at least one foreshadowing bit in there, even though we've already had a couple. Free Practice 2 had 2 more things. Ollie has a little bit of spin. No big deal. Lance, bad at driver feedback. I think we know why now. Basically, his engineer just asking him stuff and him just not giving a good answer. The car is shit. Okay, what's the problem? I don't know. It's just bad. Basically. And then Charles does a little bit of blocking on Max, but they kind of laugh it off. Not a big deal. It's Free Practice 2, a track that everybody knows.
Charles and Max, just fucking par for the course. He pushed me, I push him back. He pushed me off the track.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. Just an icing incident.
Yep. And then your Saturday, your Free Practice 3. Turn 9, Lando, just a little bit too much. Lewis having some car issues. And Liam finding the gravel. Again, it's a track. I mean, even the rookies. I mean, it's not an F2 track, actually. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it is. Sometimes it's years. I don't think it is this year.
I'm not sure.
People know how to race this track, so it's not a huge...
This track has a lot of configurations.
Yeah, it
so
does have a lot of
surely.
configurations too, but the only main one was, 2 years ago when the chicane went shabai, so...
The chicane went chicant.
Yeah. You can't anymore. Much like just us in general. Just can't do it anymore. Yeah. Anyway, guys, again, we were disappointed this weekend. It's just...
It's the most mid-race.
Yeah. There's just not a whole lot. It's what happened. It's scientifically proven. Thank you, Mr. V. Yes. All right, let's get to qualifying. Big issue, or big thing, Colapinto's engine cut out, and as he was at the start of the pit lane, so held up everybody, managed to basically get it going, and this is towards the end of the first qualifying session. He does have to park, but it is after the line, pretty much as everybody started their final flying lap, so it didn't cause any issues, which would be a good excuse for Yuki Tsunoda getting P20 off just pure pace. Unfortunate. As a Yuki fan, I don't know what to say, so I won't say anything. P19, Colapinto not really getting the set competitive time. His engine died. 18, Carlos Sainz, poor, what is to be the first of several unfortunate for Williams this week. Sorry. You are so not back.
I'm
so over.
So not back. Williams.
P17, Esteban Ocon, and P16, Nico Hulkenberg. Make sure we have a nice little note right there in that one. Yeah, not looking strong for kind of the Haas and Stake and Williams kind of being surprising. P15.
Off weeks.
Yep. P15, Ollie Behrman. P14, Lance Stroll. We're going to put an asterisk right there. P13, Liam Lawson. P12, Gabriello Bortoletto. And P11, Alexander Albon.
Fuck.
So, Lance almost got DSQ'd because he did not go in way after his Q2 exit. However, turns out he was probably seeing his physio because his wrists and hands getting pain. Obviously, most likely either leftover or a re-irritation or something from his previous injury. So basically, it was reported he went basically straight to surgery the next day. So he is, although classified P14 or qualified P14, does withdraw, and because he was qualified, could not have a reserve driver. So just Fernando Alonso, the sole Aston Martin on the grid for that. Lance, we may make fun of you, but
Get well.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not fun to have your wrist hurt.
I can imagine it doesn't.
So. And then your top 10. Fernando Alonso. Your sole Aston Martin does get it in the top 10, preceded by Isaac Hadjar, Pierre Gasly, Charles, Chuck Leclerc. Sorry.
No, it's just with Hadjar.
Antonelli P6, Lewis P5, George Russell does nothing, get P4, P3, Max P2, Lando, and Oscar. Your P1 dominance machine. How's that technical directive working, guys?
How is it working?
Not very well. Checking my thing. Scratching my nose. Because producer Ludo left cat hair all over me. Hey, don't have cats if you're allergic to cats. No. I will not. I will have my cats. All right. Our favorite Parc Fermé change happened, I believe, yes, with Charles.
With Charles. Yeah. Charles Leclerc gets the old headrest padding upgrade or switcheroo or whatever you want to go forth and say. Yeah. Changed out his headrest padding, so good things in store for Charles Leclerc. Ding. We also have Yuki. So there's the big one, but also not really. I mean,
You're already starting P20.
He's already starting P20, so they went ahead and changed his suspension and his front wing spec, which just starts him from the pit lane, so 20 plus.
Yep.
And then Nico Hulkenberg changes out the old right-hand side seatbelt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he changed out something else, but it was not interesting to me to write down. So,
Yep. No new microphones, no camera housings.
No fancy stuff this week. Just the headrest padding that we all love. Yuki getting his shit changed out, and Nico with the seatbelt.
Yep. And last but not least, let's get into the race, not the channel. The event. In Spanish. In Spain. In Spain with the S. Uneventful formation lap. Very quick. 5 light and out. Like, very quick. The quickest I've seen of, like, just, I mean, and just the first 5. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go.
Gotta be ready for it.
Yep. Yeah. Kind of, you know,
It's great.
as we were, there was 2 possibilities going into this. What happened, which everybody survived, or, hey, Lewis and Nico, V2.
Just absolute chaos.
But luckily, no contact between the lead. Almost keep my brain's wanting to say Mercedes, McLaren's.
It's not 2016.
Yes. Oscar makes it off. Max actually makes the moves. He gets a quick little P2 in there. George decides to go over there. He drops a few spaces. I mean, that was kind of it. I mean,
you say that. I don't remember the amount. I'm pretty sure Nico Hulkenberg gained like 5 spots.
yeah, I did not write that down.
He gained quite a bit during the first little lap there.
I was saying that was it. Was more Oscar just being in front.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough.
Kind of it. And then to continue Liam's hatred of the Spanish, he does make contact with Alonso. Lawson making contact with people will be brought up quite a bit. It's probably most of these notes is law/victim. So, but yeah, Hulk did make up those 5 spots. He did investigate for leading the track, gaining advantage, but no action was taken on that. So he did it on merit-ish. I don't know. Maybe some slow starts in there.
Fair enough.
It's like my lap-by-lap tracker is actually 1, and then 2 crossed out 1, 3 crossed out 1. Yep, everybody. So, interesting on the tire choices this week. We did have the hardest of the range. Everybody starting on softs. Everybody, besides pit lane starter Yuki Tsunoda. So, I don't know. We've been running the softest of the range these last 2 weeks, so was kind of weird. Definitely a lot of pit stops this race. First one happening at lap 7 with Alex, his first pit stop of the race. He'll have a few. Woo! The anger, the subtle.
Just the boiling rage inside.
Yep. I did write that down as 11.4 time, stationary time, because he had already had some. Did they replace his wing?
Yes, they did replace his
I kind of
wing.
forgot that happened on that one. I was like, why did I write the stationary time down?
I think that's right. Yes, lap 6. Yes.
Gotcha. Also, not the first time we'll hear that. Well, The replacement part, not the wing part. Lap 13, Alonso does a little bit of a little exploratory gravel pit exploration. Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Basically, we're running laps. Pit stops are being done, running softs. A lot of people going back on the soft. Definitely nobody touching that hard tire for some reason. We know the reason later in the race. And we get to more pain for Blake. Lap 34, Lawson. Hey, there's that name again. Pushes. Him and Alex get into a little pushy. Goes off the track. FIC, no problem with that one. And then later, the next lap. Sorry, I said that. This was actually both on lap 24. I just had to put it in the notes like this. Actually, sorry, correction. I have the things wrong. You right?
Yep.
Okay. I wasn't know if it was just pain or not.
No. Just, yeah.
Yeah. All right, sorry. So the push actually was noted for no, and it did give Alex a 10-second penalty for pushing Liam off the track. However, the next lap, they made contact and ripped the left-hand side end plate off Alex's front wing. There's more damage. So he hobbles back, gets back to the pit, sits there for 10 seconds, goes back around and retires the car.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So that's 2 wing damage, and that's Lawson involved in 3 things so far. Yes, we're keeping track. Yeah, so just to clarify, because I wrote it down weird, he got 10 seconds for pushing off the track. No further action for the contact, I guess, because that's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Alex is not having a good weekend. I don't even know if that was coming on mic at this point now. We're good podcasters, I promise.
Totally.
Absolutely. Long weekend. But don't worry, there's more, because here comes Lawson again with Ollie Behrman. Contact. Again. Ollie gets a penalty. Yet again. Is this 3 weeks in a row where Ollie has been kind of gotten screwed over by FAA?
Yeah, sounds about right.
I know what you're saying, but it wasn't Alex's fault. Clearly, Liam's a victim here. This is his 4th incident. There's more in this race. You're telling me that Liam Lawson is not the fucking problem here? He's the Sam Bennett of fucking racing. These things just follow him around. Sorry, I got possessed by Steve Dangle there. Brad! Anyway.
Brad!
Not Shanny. Goodbye, Shanahan. They fired their, intermediate dude. Who was
nice.
Shanahan. The GM who wasn't the GM, but was actually calling all the shots from the president's suite. He did some good, but, man, that core. Anyway, that's hockey. Finals haven't started yet. Hey, look, it's Florida and Edmonton again. Boo. 10-second penalty for... Actually, sorry. That was not the contact that got him penalty. That was lap 51, where Lawson and Behrman come together again. And that gives Behrman his penalty. So 10 seconds for Behrman sitting there. Again, and how many incidents is that for Lawson? I believe we're up to 5.
5 incidents.
Oh, my God. Dude. I know you're not here to make friends, but can you just not play bumper cars or Mario Kart, as Lando will put it, even though that was at max? And so part of this little contact and forcing another driver, I actually didn't mark it. I can't remember if it was contact or forcing off another driver. This is, while they are both lapped, Max and Lando are fighting. So this is happening right at the front of the race. Just a mess. Just a fucking mess happening over here. Yeah, man, I just... How do you look at that and be like, there's a common denominator here?
Nah, it must be the numerator's fault.
Yeah. Math joke. Fractions joke. Not a fractions joke.
It is a fractions joke. Unfortunately, it's only fractionally funny.
That's the episode. Thanks so much for listening. We're gone.
We are retiring.
Yes. Speaking of retiring, lap 55, Kimmy's engine decided it didn't want to deal with us anymore and also quit. Going into turn, did I write it down? Turn 10, it just goes. The car is gone. There's nothing. There is no power. There's no electricity. There's no battery. There's no hydraulics. He's just done. It says good night, good day. Yep. So he has no steering, goes into the thing. Again, the incident was caused by the car going out. The car going off did not cause the incident or the power failure. It just gave up. That starts the longest safety car of all time.
God, isn't it, though?
Like, it just went on forever. I love you, Bert, but man. Should have, I can't remember the race director's name, but they kind of mentioned this on broadcast, was the current race director in Formula 2 was kind of known for a good long safety car, so he's keeping up transition, or the tradition in his F1.
Tradition in the transition.
Yep. Yeah, so that happened 55, the lap, the resumption at 60. So 5.5 laps. Lap cars then go to lap 59, so, and
they let them go all the way around.
Yep.
Like, they did not sit there and just, all right, they're clear, get ready to go racing. No, they let them fucking catch almost all the way back up.
Yep. So at this point, everybody's basically run a two-stopper. Yuki's on, like, stop number 5. Max is on stop number 4, and they throw him on
the hard tire!
Welcome. Introducing the hard tire, because apart from maybe some, FP running, no one knows it, and you're behind a safety car, and you are in, what, 3rd position still at this point?
At this point, yes, I do believe he's 3rd position.
You're not going to really get your tires warmed up, especially you don't control this restart.
Yeah.
And you got 2 teammates in front of you. That being said, you don't have a choice, so let's see how this goes, and it goes about as well as you expected it to. On the resumption, well, first, right as Oscar slams the brakes, almost gets hit by Lando and Max simultaneously, which would have been funny as fuck.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
That would have been great, actually.
It would have been phenomenal if we had lost 2 more drivers.
It sure would have been. But on the resumption, of course, Oscar he just takes off. Lando takes off. Max, on his not warmed up tire, also drops the tire and almost hits, as you alluded to, the new barrier on the pit straight. Even though it was on the other side. But if he didn't regain it, that would have been the race. Yeah. There's no resumption after that one. But yeah. I think he thinks that, oh no, I guess Charles did hit him. But anyway, this throws him off. Charles is on him, basically, and does really good to avoid him. Does come on the side. They both kind of drift into each other a little bit, I guess.
Racing incident.
Yeah, not even a racing incident. Racing kiss of the tire to a side pod. No damage, no puncture. It was kind of just
nothing happened. Move on.
And move on Max did to his new victim, George Russell. So, and this one is important. So they get into it. George does kind of go off and takes this exit road, much like he did in lap 1. Was noted for forcing his driver off the track. GP tells him, hey, give the spot back, because he definitely would have lost plots if he got a penalty. Spoiler. Give the spot back. Stewart said, no, actually, even if he didn't give the spot back, it was fair. George kind of was a little aggressive and did not overtake in the safe manner as you're required to. But Angry Max was here. And I agree with everybody's other statement of, I don't know how that was not intentional.
Yeah.
He lets him go and then comes right back into him. George Russell is actually correct for once. He just turned in on me.
He just turned on me. What the fuck? Yeah, George. We've heard it a million times. I'm serious. Oh, shit, you're right.
He sure did just turn in on him. So that's a 10-second penalty for Maximilian and up to 11 penalty points. He got 3 for that one.
Yeah, he sure did. So he's got to be a good boy for 2 more races, and then he'll lose 2 of those points.
Ugh. I don't know. Well, it's Canada.
It's Canada. Canada can be fucky sometimes.
Well, and I guess we can bring this up too. So the qualifying times, Max and George had a same qualifying time. Max got it first much like Canada last year, where Russell got it for first. I'm just going to say his last name. Don't trust the guy with 2 first names. So yeah, that happened. It's happened twice, which is weird. I wish I had a nickel. This episode brought to you by the Phineas and Ferb reboot, now on Disney+.
Let's go! Thank you, Dan Povenmire!
Not a sponsor. That is a joke. It is not sponsored. If they want to, though.
Dan, if you're hearing this,
Please.
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 I beg you.
Ferb stuck. But that being said, even though that was probably the most memorable part of the race, we did have some overtaking happening. Nico Hulkenberg overtakes the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton.
Nico, let's go!
To get P6. But that's not where he finished. Because, as stated, Max Verstappen got a 10-second penalty. So just a quick little recap. Alex Albon did, of course, serve his. Ollie's and Max's were served or added to the end of lap time. So, as I hit the clamp for the second time in a row, what's that final classification?
Final classification for
AKA the rundown.
the Spanish Grand Prix is your winner, gaining none and losing none, Oscar Piastri, finishing with a 1 hour, 32 minutes, 57.375 seconds. A nice fractional number. Love that. Just, mwah. Anyways, right behind him, staying in the same spot as well, his buddy, his teammate, his rival, Lando Norris. And rounding out your podium position and gaining 4 spots, Charles Leclerc. Charles putting in some decent work this race. P4, doing nothing and gaining nothing.
Getting hit, actually.
Got hit.
Gets hit, gets P4.
Gets hit. Gains nothing, but gets P4. P5. Nico Hulkenberg gained 10 spots in a kick salver to finish P5. What
Amazing.
the fuck?
10, a double-digit single point.
I'd expect that from
Position.
Yuki
Yeah.
in a Red Bull. Well, maybe not in a Red Bull. Maybe in a Racing Bull.
Yeah.
Nico Hulkenberg, goddamn. Anyways.
Still not that podium. We did not have those DSQs.
Yeah,
Or
DSQs,
those
DNFs, come on, something to get us up there. All right, 6th place and losing 1 spot is Lewis Hamilton. 7th place and gaining 2 spots, Isaac Ajjar. P8, gaining and losing nothing, Pierre Gasly. P9, gaining 1 spot, Fernando Alonso. And rounding out your top 10 and losing 7 spots of his own accord, Max Verstappen. Oh, buddy. I'm excited for these next 2 races. P11, outside of the points, your common denominator, Liam Lawson, having gained 2 spots from shenaniganry. P12, gaining nothing, losing nothing, Gabriel Bortoleto. P13, gaining 6 spots, Yuki Tsunoda.
On what is basically a, hey, we're just going to test a whole lot of shit session.
On a
For Yuki.
17 sets of soft tires run.
He had a
P4,
creeper in his car because it was just, and then there was an M in there.
Yeah.
For McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ladies and gentlemen, the brain cell. There it goes. It's gone. Forever. We're never getting it back.
P14, gaining 3 spots, Carlos Sainz. P15, Franco Colapinto also gaining 3 spots. Esteban Ocon staying right where he started, finishing P16. I think I don't know if I said that right or not, but that's Esteban Ocon finishing P16, gaining, losing nothing.
Sounded right to me.
Huh?
So it sounded right to me, so.
I don't know. My brain's a little loopy right now.
It's the hair dye.
Hey, I dyed my hair. I'm in that phase of everything. If that tells you where we're at. Also, I'm
Yes.
a little emotionally wrecked today, so we're moving on. P17, Ollie Behrman losing 3 spots because of that 10-second time penalty.
Justice for Ollie once again.
Justice for Ollie, please.
Oh my! I know Ollie's Britain, but is he from Tennessee? Is he a volunteer? Because he's the most penalized.
The most penalized person in the fucking F1 sport.
That's a football reference. Yeah. American football.
American football.
College football.
Yes.
Anyway.
Anyways, your two DNFs, Kimi Antonelli, of course, with his engine going kaput, losing 12 spots to DNF to the 18th position on the board, and Alex Albon with his just getting fucking abused, losing 8 spots to DNF into the P19. Of course, no P20 because of Lance Stroll's withdrawal. Yeah.
But I'm sure if he was racing, he might have been right there.
He might have been the reason why we had 2 more DNFs.
It's very true. All right.
Through all that, your fastest lap.
Surprise.
It's Oscar Piastri. Lap 61 with a 1:15.743.
Another new race record.
Yeah, new track record.
I feel like that's just the status quo for this year. Is we're going to get new single lap records and new race lap records, if not both. It's just if we're at the end of this formula reg, just how it's going to be. So be used to that.
Fun.
Congratulations.
Congrats, though.
Yeah. 2025's all around the board for a couple of years.
Oh, Lord. All right. From there, we move on to Driver of the Day.
Yeah.
We sure do, right? Who'd you vote for?
I voted for Nico Hulkenberg.
That's wild. Go on. Sorry. I interrupted.
No, it's good. I mean, he made up 10 positions in a tractor.
10 positions, you say. I also voted Nico Hulkenberg because he made up 10 positions in a freaking tractor with a Ferrari engine in it. Anyways, your driver of the day is Max Verstappen with 19.2% of the vote.
Max
A
Verstappen
fifth of you
losing.
fuckers who voted for driver of the day voted for Max. Get the fuck out of my way, Verstappen.
Now, votes did close before a lot of that came out, but still.
No, it fucking didn't.
I mean, when they showed the graphic of him being ahead at still 19%, like the first one, that was still before. I think that was even before.
That might
Kimmy.
have been. There's still plenty of fucking time for people to vote.
Yeah.
Surely we're not the only ones who try to wait a few laps to see what's going on first. I usually put mine in like 5 laps or less before the end of the race. You fuckers voting it immediately as soon as it opens up?
Look what you've done.
Look at what you've done!
Here I hit some consequences. I'm not doing the full high pitch. You're welcome.
When will you learn?
I was like, I see the waveform, and that is a block.
Oh, I am excited for it.
And no, I will not be editing that. I will not be normalizing that.
I tried to look away from the mic when I said it, but oh well.
Anyway, Max Verstappen.
Max
driver
Verstappen.
of the day. Leading the driver of the day for the season with 3. 2. This driver of the day this year has been fucking plumb wild, to quote Ryan Hall.
Ryan Hall. God damn it.
I don't know what is happening with driver of the day this year, but y'all are losing it.
Y'all are messed up. Yeah, Max Verstappen with 19.2% of the vote. Oscar Piastri getting 14.5% for his spectacular win. He just drove.
He drove.
He drove. Drove and didn't look back.
I'll stop until I see a checkered flag or God.
Yep. Nico Hulkenberg did get 3rd place with 10.6% of the vote, but still, come on, guys. 10%, 1% for each place that he made.
Ridiculous.
Charles LeClerc grabbed P4 with 9.6, and Lando Norris mopped up the remaining fucking 5 places they give you with 9.3% of the vote. Fuck you guys. Lando just existed.
Yeah. Nico, Fernando. I'm fine with Oscar getting it. It's a dominant race.
Fuck, I would have been fine with Charles getting it.
Or Charles, yeah. But yeah.
All others getting 36.8% of the vote.
Yeah, the graphic with Max, driver of the day, started 3rd, finished 10th was funny.
Oh, no,
I'm a
that
Max
was
fan,
phenomenal.
but yeah, this was a little interesting.
Much.
His post race with Sky was definitely what you'd expect an Angry Max post race interview to be.
Yeah.
So
fun times. We move on from there to
something about the European leg.
yeah. Oh my God.
This every year.
Something. We move on from the driver of the day to the pit stops. Fastest stop. Kick Sauber.
It was that 2.2.
No, 2.13.
Oh.
Which was Bortoletto's lap 19 stop. 2.13. It was like 2.13, 2.15, 2.17 going down the list. So they were very close, but yeah, no. Bortoletto's lap 19 stop got it for them. Your slowest stop is Williams Racing.
I was like, but which one?
Yes. So, funny story about that. So the slowest stop that I used the criteria of it can't be a penalized stop because of course it's going to be fucking 10 seconds plus. It can't be a wing change because of course it's going to be fucking 7 to 10 seconds long. So anyways, it's Williams Racing with Sainz's lap 9 stop, which was 10.88 seconds. Just on merit.
Yep. Just, I believe it was the left front.
Yeah,
Because I think we saw it.
of course it was. We're getting Kick Sauber's problems now. Maybe you know what? There was an article that I saw the title of, but I didn't like read it or anything. That was like Nico Hulkenberg said that like this was his like something to securing his P5. Maybe they just spray painted the Kick Sauber and the Williams.
Yeah.
Just fucking swapped the liveries on them. There were 2 slower stops than Williams' lap 9 stop for Sainz. Both of them were Williams, and both of them were Albon.
Yep.
It was lap 6, which was 11.44, which was the front wing change. And I didn't write it down, but lap 26 with a 16.94 was his penalty that he got for some reason.
Which they did not touch the car, obviously. It was just basically stop and go more than anything.
Pretty much.
Ish. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Rough. It was a rough weekend for Williams. Williams more like crying emoji.
It's just it's instead of
the
Go
hamster's
Williams. No. Instead of it's still the same Go Williams picture, but it just has the Go Williams removed and it's just a crying hamster with all the Williams stuff on. That's me. That would have been me anyways if Williams hadn't had a bad race, but that's me.
I will say on the Go Williams thing, all the other teams are starting to do it now. I'm like, no,
nope,
let
that's a Williams
have
thing.
it. Yep.
Fuck you. Go Piastri. Shut the fuck up. It's Williams.
I was like, Ferrari can maybe play with it a little bit, but you guys have plenty of other depressed ones to use. So
just use a picture of Charles's face.
yeah, any of them. There's so many. The dude is in so much pain. He needs help.
He does need help.
In the form of a competent Formula One team. Fred. Not blaming Fred, just Fred.
Fred, please.
Fred, please. Fred, please. Car stuck. Let's just go to stars. All right. Hello, person driving by with very loud music playing. Anyway, might as well just all start. Third star. Speaking of Ferraris, Ferrari.
Oh, nice.
Charles did do well to secure a podium. Hamilton, although does get passed, but it was not a good. Ferrari did not look good early in the weekend, and they had a somewhat decent recovery. They're still second. They passed to be second in the constructors. So
there you go.
There you go. Ferrari.
My third star is Fernando Alonso. Didn't get a lot of positions gained, just one. But he raced like a legend this race. Like
Hometown race?
From the bits that I remember of it, phenomenal racing. Fucking Senate, we're gonna ignore the trip to the gravel. It was an homage to his teammate.
Yep. Someone had to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
He's like, Lance would want me to do this if he was here.
Oh, Lance isn't here. You know what? I should do it anyways.
The Aston Martin has a thing of gravel from every circuit. They pull off a tire, so they had to make sure.
Oh.
They use it they're using it for their. That's how they pay Adrian Newey.
He's just really into rocks.
Yeah. Which kind of tracks. Yes, tracks. Double meaning. Anyway, second star to go off of it was also Fernando Alonso. He raced. home. Again, I keep saying hometown, home country race. Get some points, which he needed. Oh, he got a point.
He did get a point.
A singular point. But hey.
No. Actually, he got 2.
He got 2? Oh, yeah, because Max did.
Because Max, yep.
So, 2 whole points.
2!
That's points. That's plural. Good job for
That's
him.
his first points of the season. Oh,
Yes.
my God.
So. Let's see how he does in Canada with either no teammate or a teammate was still just racing with full arm casts on.
I
or
mean,
Felipe.
they just sub it. Yeah, I was like, they just sub in Felipe at that point.
Allegedly, I was like, allegedly, Felipe has been given the green light to prioritize F1. So if needed in Canada, he will be able to race and go to.
But here's the problem. He's their go-to for practices, for like the rookie practice replacement. So what are they going to do now?
Oh, you can do 2. So he's still got one. He hasn't filled in yet.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like, what if Lance has to stay out for quite some time?
Yeah. I mean, that was one theory I saw was like, okay, this points to that his miracle 12-day recovery the first time wasn't necessarily good, and maybe he's been in pain
The entire time.
Yeah.
He's been doing good for in pain, honestly.
So, but yeah, who knows? I mean, they got people. They got their reserve driver from this, whose name I forgot.
His dad's a billionaire. They can
Yeah.
fucking hire whoever they want and fucking give him the best surgery that money can buy. So,
Yeah.
anyways.
And he's Canadian.
Yeah, he's
He's got
Canadian.
healthcare.
Healthcare's free. My second star was Charles LeClerc. Put solid pressure on a struggling Max, which caused more slip-ups from him, and ultimately secured P3 for Charles, which, as you stated, secured them currently P2 in the Constructors' Champions.
It makes us look not as delusional in our predictions.
Pog, let's go!
That was not an ad for the delusional tour from P1. But if they do want to sponsor us and give us free tickets to either Dallas or Toronto, or probably Dallas, sorry, I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have your passport.
I don't have my passport.
So, Dallas.
I need to.
It's closest. Yeah. And should we just say our number 1 star? Because I'm pretty sure it's the same number
I'm
1
pretty
star.
sure it's
Should have
the
been your
fucking
driver of
same.
the day,
Nico
Hulkenberg.
Hulkenberg. Nico Hulkenberg.
I won't say a masterclass because one, I think the term's overused, but it was a class of how to take something that shouldn't be there and put it there.
The hell is a polar bear doing in the middle of Egypt?
Yeah. He took that thing and he pushed it to a P5, double points, quote, double-digit points. Finish. Not a podium, but hey, it's if you go with the increment, he's getting closer.
He's getting closer and closer. Nico can do some phenomenal things. He just has to. He's just been given shitbox after shitbox to do it with. If someone were to give him a quality car, I have no doubt that he could at least get a podium, if not a fucking P1. Put him in. Controversial take. Put him in a Ferrari.
I was gonna say put him in the Red Bull. He was like, you said good car.
But yeah, that's a good car.
A good car.
Which,
We need a good car.
granted, poor strategy team, but just put him in a Ferrari.
Let him call his own strategy.
Who do you swap out at that point? Do you swap out Lewis? Do you swap out Charles? I feel like Lewis is gonna probably retire soon, anyways.
Yeah,
like
so,
maybe not this year, but like maybe the next 2.
So when I peek behind the curtain here, when I made we're gonna have a Seb style retirement mid-season, I was thinking
Lewis?
either Lewis. I was like, it was like 80% Lewis. No, 60% Lewis, 40% Fernando, or both. But also, I could see signs also being like, I'll go in a strategic, a strategy position.
God, it would do him some good.
Or Nico. He's like, okay, I've helped this team. I'm gonna go. But yeah, Nico wants a. Nico.
Well, I mean, they're about to become Audi, though, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's his sponsorship.
Not true. He is German, and Audi is German.
Is infamously German.
Yeah.
Hey, Audi, what did you do during the years of 1939 to 1945?
No. Also not a sponsor. Ryan Ryan Kelly Comedy. / use Pastor Ryan. I don't know if did he change it on TikTok? I feel like he did.
Brother, I have not watched a single TikTok in like probably a month plus.
Nice.
My brain does not have the brain rot to continue to consume multiple hours of short form content. That's fine for everyone else who does. That's okay. It's really not fine medically, but I understand. My brain's just not wired like that. I can't do it. I will, whenever I boot up YouTube, I usually will open up like 5 shorts and then open up like a bunch of normal length videos. And I'll go through those 5 shorts first and then get into the videos.
That's why we don't do a whole lot of short content, because it's like it's a
neither
lot
one
more
of us have
effort.
the brain for it.
Yeah, it's all so much effort for the return, and you're kind of YouTube forces you to do it.
Yeah.
Spotify hasn't yet, so
Yay.
thanks Spotify.
Thank you.
But yeah, plus nothing will ever be better than Vine, because we're old and Vine.
Oh God, the shortest of short form content.
Give me 6 seconds. That's it.
Yeah, you got 6 seconds to be the funniest motherfucker on the internet.
And boy, did they get the assignment.
Road work ahead.
God, Drew Gooden has ruined an entire generation with that. That's a Skizzleman take, and I completely agree with that. I heard him talk about it on their Imp and Skiz podcast. This is the outro yap, in case nobody noticed that we were yapping, and it's the outro. So,
Yeah, no. Where are we even at? Behind the curtain, where are we at time wise?
I can't tell because my eyesight's not that good.
That's completely.
I can
fair.
lean over and check.
Go for it. I'm here. I'm here to fucking fill the void in the time, and I can't fill the void.
Just
Anyways.
a bit over 40 minutes.
Jesus, and we've probably
So it's probably-
yapped for 5 of that.
Yeah, I was like, and we had a little bit more dead space before the clap starts, so it's probably right at 40 minutes, which is nice and good because I like a shorter episodes.
Shorter episode. Next week is break, right?
Yep, we are off next week.
Oh,
Unless we want to do something, talk about something happens, but I don't know. I don't think we're...
next week we're gonna have to deal with Lance Stroll retiring from the sport.
Yeah.
What if that's our fucking? What if that's our thing that gets you your prediction?
Yeah.
Fucking Lance Stroll retiring from the sport
He was teammates with Seb. Maybe he's going to...
takes the inspiration.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yep, week off, and then the home race of Lance Strollovich, Canada, Montreal,
Oh, Canada.
for short A.
Oh God, are they?
Bienvenue. Au Canada.
The finals are going on right now. Yeah.
They've not started yet.
They've
They
not
will
started.
start. It's weird. You think they would want to play a weekend, but yeah, both the NBA and NHL finals have a break. I don't know if you have it pulled up. I'm pulling it up.
Oh, I was pulling it up, but
The NHL app is great. Wednesday is the first game
Wednesday.
in Edmonton, so Edmonton has home ice. Really? How'd that work? Okay. And then I don't know if we've ever explicitly said this, but we are in Oklahoma City. Our basketball team's in the finals. I'm going to use this platform to rant about something that pissed me the fuck off.
Let's
I don't
go.
really care about the Thunder basketball all that much, I'll be honest. I'm just going to go for it. Some douchebag fucking podcast basketball bro was like, oh, does the NBA not know how bad a Indiana-Oklahoma final's going to be? No one's going to watch. I'm like, you're a basketball fan and you blatantly just want them to rig it so it's fucking Boston and Golden State again, or the Knicks and Lakers. Don't be wrong. I know how it works. Same thing in the NHL. A Canada team being in the final actually doesn't bring in numbers as much as like a New York, LA Stanley Cup final would be. But you're not a basketball fan. Fuck. I mean, yeah, it's my hometown, so I'm a little pissed. But fuck you, dude. Like,
Who the fuck cares?
yeah, people are going to watch. He's the SGA's the MVP. It's a basketball podcast now. Like, people are going to watch. This is the youngest, and it's also like the 2 youngest teams in the finals in 40 years or something. It's also the first final to not take place in the state of California or Texas in our lifetimes.
Oh my God.
Literally 1996. Yeah. It has not been a Texas-based team or a California-based team in the final. Ooh, small central markets. Go fuck yourself, you elitist shit. Anyway. That's our, instead of memes this week, it's me ranting about some fucking dickhead on Threads.
It would be.
It was on
nice.
Threads. That tells you how much clout he really has. He's fucking bitching on Threads.
It would be nice for Lance to actually be back, or Lance just be in the crowd or whatever, watching his team doing well and whatnot. Watch them or actively participate in and qualify like within the top 10, and then go watch Edmonton beat fucking Florida fucking 4-1 in the series.
That'd be great.
That would be fantastic. I wish nothing more.
Anyway, so it's funny. I have a Minecraft world from last. You do your 2 weeks. We're yapping to where it's going to be an hour long, I guess. You have your 2 week month Minecraft thing. I have a world still in my save that's Oilers and 7 from last year. I'm like, well, I'll just pull that world back up because it's still relevant apparently. No, now that everybody's back, I guess we're playing a lot of Dead by Daylight because
that's actually there is so that's on the public test build right now. Like that's not on the actual servers yet, but I'm sure it'll be soon. Also, I might ask you to include this, but we went to the OKC's.
Not include this, or
yeah, no, fuck it, it's fine. I don't care, it's fine. Like I might ask you to include the snap that I can that I'm gonna probably. No, I did send you. Oh,
you did
I did send you, but I was like, it's in the group chat for the thing, so it can be saved in there and then given to you. But we went to the OKC Museum of Osteology. For all of those people who don't drive by the billboard like every fucking day, it's a bone museum. There's a whole bunch of bones there. And they had a grizzly bear display standing up. I just fucking zoom in on it. It's like, you can play it here and probably cut the audio of me explaining it. It's just the fucking... It's like... Or it's just fucking peak comedy to me.
Yep. The Museum of Osteology. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Definitely, we would definitely sponsor them. Though.
Yes, no, absolutely.
Free advertisement. Go. I haven't been, actually, so...
It's very nice. I love it. They have multiple possums.
Oh my god.
They have multiple...
Possums, plural.
Possums. And they have different species of possums there.
Wow.
Yeah. The ones that aren't opossums. Anyways, we probably will have to wrap this up because I've got to go track down a flight number and give it to the group.
Oh, I can help you with that because I already had it up, so I will do that.
Oh,
as we wrap up. All right. We'll probably definitely take, unless some crazy shit happens, man. We'll take a break next week, and we'll be back for our neighbors to the north, not the 51st state. Go fuck yourself on that one. Not to Canada, to the administration. I'll take the stance on that one. Also, happy Pride.
Happy Pride!
Follow the pod everywhere at DSQ Pod.